Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode / stream of IndieTention. As always, my name is Kaiser. Tonight we're checking out IndieTention turn-based galore with starting off with Brigandine, Legend of Runersia. The game was developed by Happinet and Matrix, or courtesy of the developer and publisher for providing us with the key to cover this game on the channel. It came out to Steam on 11th May 2022, so yeah, just only yesterday. It's a continuation for a old game that came out on PS1, I believe in 1999, or is it 98? According to the Steam store page, it reads the continental Runersia is home to 6 major powers with more than 40 bases, 100 knights and 50 types of monsters. Select the ruler, organize knights and monsters into troops and conquer enemy bases. Now it's a turn-based strategy tactics game. Without further ado, before we start off with the tutorial, this game works well with both Xbox and keyboard controls. As you can see, I'm using the Xbox controller as for now. See how it plays out. Alright, but let's check out Brigandine, Legend of Runersia. The main mode 6. It chooses one of 6 powers to reclaim the pages of Legend of Runersia as you aim to unify land as alternate chapter, which is challenge mode, the creative mode, origin chapter, and as well as tutorial mode. Let's check out that before we dive into the main mode. Introduction. The main mode is where you select nation power to play as, while to unify Runersia by occupying all of the bases on the map. Other nations are also trying to conquer Runersia as well. Be sure to monitor the map carefully as you guide your nation. If all your nation spaces are lost, then it's game over. Gameplay is divided into organizational phase where preparations are made, and attack phase where invasions occur. One season consists of one organization phase and one attack phase. The organization phase is where you prepare battle by summoning monsters, organizing your troops and positioning them at bases for invasion or defense. A horse icon at the top left of the map screen indicates you are in the organization phase. Got it. During the attack phase, troops units will battle to control bases. Other enemy nations will also fight each other during this phase. Defeat an enemy nation in direct combat to occupy their base. If there are no knights in the target base, you occupy the base immediately. The sword icon on the top left of the screen indicates your attack phase. Okay. Controls and movement. Are you sure on start? Yes, please. Battle map. State of battle. Oops, that was really quick. Organization phase. Okay, so this is the planning phase. Controls and movement. Welcome to the world Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia. The story will explain the controls while you play the big game. Tutorial section and progress indicated by the display above. Okay, got it. The tutorial has a total of 13 sections. When action needs to be taken during the tutorial, the objective will be displayed here. Alright. Let's try it out. Press the B button. Done. Every completed objective contributes to your tutorial progress. Keep it up. Like how they go really step by step, because I definitely need this. In this game, you select one of the 6 nations to play as and unify Runersia by occupying all bases on the map. Each nation has base within its territory. If you invade enemy's base, the battle begins on the battle map. Win this battle, a nation will occupy that base. Battles are the heart of this game, but first, you will have to position your troops adjacent to an enemy base in order to invade. Try moving a few to Lawrence now. First, let's review the information about the base at Lancaster, where your troops are currently stationed. When the cursor is on the base, that base information displayed at the bottom left of the screen. Pay close attention to the number of rune knights and monsters stationed there. Okay, so we have 2 knights and 5 monsters. I'm judging by that. I'm assuming that horse-like symbol is monsters. Okay. While the cursor is still on the base, press B button to open the base menu. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Now your objective is to move troops. To highlight move with the left stick or directional pad, select the B button. When the move command is selected, a list of all the troops stationed at this base will be displayed. Review the combat power for the troops displayed and move powerful troops over to fortify the base. In this game, knights and monsters move together as a troop. Troops are made of a rune knight that leads the collection of monsters, while the monsters alone cannot be moved to another base. Okay, fair enough. This time we'll be moving Rubino, the nation's ruler, and one of his foremost knights, Shizler. Sounds like a nickname in my opinion. Press the left bumper button to move all troops. Select one troop, or select more than one troop with the right bumper button. For now, use the right bumper to select Rubino and Shizler. The troops to be moved will be shown as above. Next, use the directional D-pad or left thumbstick to move the cursor to Lorenz and press the B button. Alright. Wow, it's gonna take some time to complete the game, I believe. Which is nice. Go. In order to send out troops the order to send out troops is complete. Let's check to see if the order has been given correctly. Close the base menu with the A button, then move the cursor over to Lorenz again. Excuse me. Rubino and Shizler have not started moving yet, but when a destination is active, an arrow will point to the current location to it with information available for you to check. As long as there is a pathway of your bases leading to the destination, your troops will reach their destination base by the next phase, no matter how distant. Good work. Now that you've given more orders to your troops, it's time to look at the next phase, the attack phase. Press the view button and organization phase and proceed to the attack phase. I'm looking around, what the heck is the view button? We have info on X. Okay. So the end phase button is called the view button. Now I know. Yes. This is the attack phase. Any move orders given in the previous phase will be carried out now. Let's see if Rubino and Shizler's troops have arrived at Lorenz safely. The cursor is still on Lorenz since you ordered troops to move here in the previous phase. Notice Rubino and Shizler's icons on the bottom right of the screen displayed with the base information for Lorenz. Press the B button to open the base menu. The base menu has different options during the attack phase. Select the attack command to invade enemy bases. Note, however, that troops recently moved to another base cannot be directed to attack an enemy base immediately. Select the attack command to see this rule in effect. It's blacked out. Hey Mudin, how's it going? How have you been? Doing alright? Trying to get into commentating during live stream once again. It's been quite a while since I've done this. Last time you were playing one of the Tales game, right? If I remember correctly. Are you still playing it? How was it? It seems very huge for a new person to undertake, I believe. Yeah man, I haven't seen you in a while as well. From playing yesterday, I just tried playing New World again to see how the game holds up. Yeah, New World for sure. I'm still not level 60 yet, unfortunately. Like the move command, the attack command will show you which troop can be ordered to launch an attack phase. Oh, is that so? I did not know actually. No wonder. I mean, yesterday when I played, I saw there was only one server for Asia Pacific, remember correctly? But it was absolutely crowded. All the towns were quite laggy for my system, but still nice to see a lot of players still playing. Yep, Delos. It was the server before I left to join my friends, and then only to end up in Delos again. Elden Ring. How has it been? Is it as challenging as other Dark Souls game? As Rune and his troops were moved recently, their troops are darkened, indicating they cannot be ordered to attack because they just moved. Okay. Press A button twice to return to the main menu for now. Okay. But how would you rate Elden Ring in terms of difficulty compared to all the previous Dark Souls game? Is it up there or slightly easier or like somewhere in the middle? Good for completing all of the objectives in this tutorial. Okay, I'm glad they gave me bite-sized tutorial. Next tutorial will explain how to attack enemy bases. Got it. Okay. But for you it's challenging but manageable? Because I tried a bit of Dark Souls 1 and 2 I believe. I keep restarting because it's so hard. So I'm hoping that maybe if Elden Ring it's along the lines, at least I know what to expect. I'm definitely gonna play it eventually. Maybe just when I'm at the right frame of mind. Okay, let's see what's next in this tutorial. Organize and invade. Welcome to the world of Brigandine, the legend of Runersia. This story will explain the controls while you play the game. Alright. How many hours are you in for Dark Souls? You don't mind me asking. Is it a really long game? Or does it like, the more you play, the more you get familiarized with it and become, I would say, slightly easier even though the enemies are challenging? In this tutorial, learn about troop organization and steps necessary for an enemy-based invasion. First, confirm that Rubino and Chisela's troops are stationed at Lorenz. Next, check the base information for Warren. The target enemy for our base information. Oh, okay, so we're just stopping by Lorenz. Okay, now I understand. Lorenz is our place, but we position there to attack Warren. Alright. 97 hours, holy hell. That's almost as long as I played New World. But do you stream Elden Ring? Because I don't recall seeing it actually. Or unless my timing when I came on is different from yours. 97 hours and you're still not done. My god, that's a really long game. Longer than I expected actually. I guess in a way that's good. Okay. I mean, I would say I don't think it's an open world game, but it's a really long one, so definitely worth the money. Okay, taking a break by playing another game or just taking a break from gaming in general for now? Next, check the base information for one target enemy. Okay, the key information to note here is the total combat power displayed above the target. So CP's combat power is 6,335. Okay, we're slightly better, but 1,000 plus more. True. So many games, so little time. I have to agree with that because I can't remember the last time I completed the game fully. Might be, I wouldn't be surprised if sometime last year, not this year, but yeah, a lot of games like you want to try this and that. So when a game like Elden Ring comes along, you have to really invest. So like, man, I'm missing out quite a few games, but I'm enjoying myself. Total combat power indicates the sum of the combat power of all enemy troops stationed at the base. Generally, the base with the base number have advantage. Okay. Currently, the total combat power is higher. Specifically, we'll be adding monsters to Rubino's soup. Oh, how so though? Open the base menu with the B button. Objective this time is to organize your monsters. Select the ship command from the base menu with the B button. There you go. On the troop screen, there are a number of options to help you prepare your invasion. Alright man, thanks for dropping by. Hopefully I'll be able to check your stream again for whenever you return back to stream. But thanks for dropping by, man. Appreciate it a lot. As previously mentioned, monsters will be added to Rubino's shop. Select the unit's command. The units menu is where you organize monsters by adding or removing them from your troops. Take the unicorn from standby menu and add it to the troop. But first, let's take a closer look at the two important parts of troop organization: rune power, I'm guessing it's rune power, and magic cost. Let's start with the knight's magic cost. This number indicates the limit of the combined rune power of the monster in the rune knight's troop. Let me try and understand that. Okay, let's start the knight's magic cost. This number indicates the limit of the combined rune power of the monster in the rune knight. Okay, I think I understand that. Each knight's rune power is different and increases with their level. Up to 6 monsters can be placed into a troop as long as their combined magic cost does not exceed rune power. Oh, okay. I'm guessing the limit for the knight that we are having here, it's 155 out of 215. Or is it the limit is 215, but then we're already using 155. Take a look at the combined magic cost on monster in Rubino's troop. Notice the rune power is 215, but he's currently only using. Okay, so I think I understand that correctly. We still have slightly more rune power cost to spend before we reach our limit. Let's look at magic cost. This refers to the magic cost unit required to place a monster into the troop. Okay, take a look at unicorn. So we can afford it since we have 60 left. I mean, the unicorn seems out of place if you tell me. We have like some dragon creature, a metal knight, and then a unicorn. Got it. The slot is now highlighted, which means the slot is now ready. You can select monster to move. Once unicorn has been selected, information will be displayed on the bottom of the screen with its stats. I'm guessing TR at the bottom right side, man. It's good in plain terrain. So we have attack, HP, strength, MP, mana points, magic points, I think. Defense, intelligence, agility, mobility. Probably how many hexes you can move per turn, maximum. You know, I shouldn't have gone through that because I forgot they will be explaining. Most of the values here are like stats, are like MP, HP, or attack all, which affect the unit's combat power. To get a basic idea of unicorn strength, look at its combat power. Press the B button to place unicorn in the troop. Unicorn is now in the troop. You can also use the same steps in reverse to move the unicorn from the standby menu. With the unicorn in Rubino's troop, you can see that his troop combat power has gone up, while the rune power available for use has gone down. Press the A button 3 times to do. You know what? They like to press A button lots of times. Just now it was twice, now it's 3 times. I'm guessing it goes out 1, 2. Oh, I think I miscounted that. I pressed 3 times but I counted 2. After adding monsters to the troops, the next step is to invade the enemy base. Press the view button to end the organization phase, start the attack phase. Okay, remember, view button is this 2 square on top of 1, 2 rectangle on top of one another. I've had this controller for I think almost a year, but today I only realized that that button is called the view button. Let's give Rubino and Shizzler's troops orders to attack the enemy base of Warren. Remember, you can only attack an enemy base that is adjacent to one of your own bases. Put the map cursor on Lawrence and press B button to bring out the base menu. Now let's hit attack. A window with the troops available for invasion will appear. Now we need to select Rubino and Shizzler. Press the B button to confirm your selection. Now select the enemy base to invade. The only base connected to Lawrence is Warren, so the target base has been auto-selected for you this time. Press B button, select Warren base. When you give out command to attack, an arrow points from the attacking base to the defending base, similar to the move command. Now you are ready to invade enemy base. Good work completing all of objectives in this tutorial. This tutorial focuses on troop organization and invading enemy base. Next one, we explain combat. Battle basics. Win this battle to take possession of the base and move one step closer to conquering the continent. Generally speaking, you win the battle by driving away all enemy troops or defeating the ruler. Driving? So tell me we don't have to kill everyone except for the ruler itself? Knights will retreat, wounded if their HP is reduced to 0, but monsters with no HP are destroyed. When the knight retreats, all monsters in the troop retreat as well. When the ruler retreats, all knights of that nation will also retreat. And the battle ends. Ah, okay. So take out the knights first, and then the ruler. All battles are turn-based. A turn ends once all troops on both sides have finished their actions. Knights with a higher level will act first. The knight's face icons on the right mark the action sequence. Okay. Invaders have a sword icon. Okay, monster troops marked with a A, B, or C. High level knights act first. But why is... but then why is there's a C lady in the middle there? So there may be changes to the action sequence at the start of the turn if the knight gains a level during combat. Oh, okay, so that can change. It's not like preset throughout the whole battle. Let's take a look at some combat commands. During the troop action, the HP of the bar of the knight and the monster units will be highlighted in white. It's time for ceaseless troop action, so the icons of units can perform an action are highlighted. The knight of a troop will have their HP bar adorned with a crown as the leader of the troop. Select Caesar with the B button, select move from the menu, and then move him to the hex indicated by the arrow. Oh my god, I just realized if you're using the thumbstick, I think it's inverted. So when you point the thumbstick up, it goes down. When you point down, it goes up. Inverted on both sides. Even the x-axis, if I'm remembering that correctly. So push right, it goes left. So using the D-pad here, it's advisable unless you're used to this. After moving, the skill and standby options are displayed so that you can select your next command. As enemy troops are still quite fast, select standby to any unit's actions. Next, move the monster Caesar's troop to the spaces near him and put monsters on standby as well. Oh, I clicked the wrong hex. I wonder why isn't it moving? I blame the unparallax error. Where shall you go? Down here. Next, the enemy's troop. The enemy troops action. The current action sequence of all the troops on the battlefield can be viewed on the right of the screen. You can see that after the enemy troop completes the action, it will be Rubino's turn. She has way more monsters than us. Ruler refers to the leader of the nation. If a ruler HP drops to 0, the nation will lose the battle, even if there are still other allies left on the field. Okay, so the most important is protect your ruler. Therefore, the ruler must stay out of enemies' attack range. The opponents this time aren't very strong. However, you can move him towards the front line. Okay, so we can end the battle quick by aiming for their ruler, but it's definitely going to be protected. Oops. Imagine if we have like way more troops and monsters than this. It'll take a little while to move everyone. Turn 2. She's gonna move closer. That's it for the basic of troop movement and controls in combat. Now we explain command range and try moving our units based on this knowledge. First, let's take a look at command range. Command range is the area in which Rune Knight leader is able to use their mana to give orders to the monsters in their troop. Hover the cursor over the unit and some colored hexagons around commanding knight will show up. These colored hexagons show the command range. If the monster moves beyond this range, their strength is reduced. Monsters outside their knight's command range are indicated by an icon. Terrain effect. The effect of terrain has on a unit that can be used to give yourself advantage in combat. Each battle map hexagon has its own terrain type. Units' preferred terrain will affect their mobility, accuracy, and evasion. Terrain effect is shown on the bottom of the screen. The left shows the current terrain effect, and the right shows effect of. Oh, okay. So I saw that earlier, but I did not register what they meant. Scissors movement type is characterized as planes. This is the most common type of movement category among units. Units move well on flat terrain but suffer a penalty in accuracy and evasion on other terrain. Always check the terrain when moving your troops. Though these units can walk further distances, beware of moving units too far forward as they may become surrounded by enemies. Preferred terrain is sky. I mean, you're all flying, so that's obvious. Because these units fly, they have no issues moving around any terrain. However, this also means they have no preferred terrain. Keep in mind that they are weak against units that use bows such as centaurs and hunters. Monsters like the Gigas that have an advantage on mountain terrain are characterized as mountain. These units gain accuracy and evasion boost on mountain terrain. However, these stats will decrease when fighting on forested or watery terrain. I mean, all of it's prairie from the looks of it, except for the one at the bridge. So he likes a swamp. Fighting a rocky or forested terrain. Alright. So if you step a little closer, he'll be happy there. By the bridge. Okay, so good that our unit will have, since they are on standby, also at standby, for lack of a better word, it's like, if you're familiar with XCOM like myself, standby is like, you know, the Overwatch then. Except for, or is it like, in a bit like Overwatch, but when they step too close, instead of waiting for them to attack, then only we launch our attack. That makes sense. Use an ally shoot to attack the enemy. Benia's in position to use spells to attack. Although spells cost MP, there's no fear of being countered, and spells generally have 100% hit rate. However, spells cannot be used after a unit has just moved, so it takes both action points, so to speak. To use a spell, select Albania and choose Frost Spell from the magic menu. This guy's out of range. Aim for Cheyenne straight away. Because if she dies, everyone disappears. Healing spells consume MP to recover HP or heal status conditions like attack spells cannot be used. Okay. This is spells like Unicorn. Choose heal spell from the magic menu. Let's seal this guy since he's injured. I like how instead of dragon he put Dragson as its name. So it tells you that it's a dragon son, so to speak. If a unit is adjacent to the enemy after moving, they may attack by selecting a skill from the skills menu. Okay. Move the Wyvern and select skills to attack the enemy. Before the attacking, always check the battle forecast panel. Forecast panel. Okay. From the left to the right, you can see the values that represent the critical rate, accuracy, and power of the attack. Critical rate shows the chance of landing critical blow. Accuracy is the probability is okay. Similarly, the forecast about how much counter damage the enemy will deal is put together with the set as well. Okay, so he will hit back. The unit's HP will display. It will show how much HP is expected to remain should the opposing unit land their attack. Now press B to execute your attack. I mean, let's go to town on her. Missed. Oh my god. Good work completing all the objectives in this tutorial. Tutorial focus on basics of combat. Explain your combat strategies that were not covered in this tutorial. It's a quite in-depth tutorial, which I actually really like. This is from the get-go. It seems like quite a vast game to go through, to play, and also to understand. So this tutorial helps a lot. In this tutorial, we'll learn about various factors that affect the outcome of a battle. From the action menu, select skill or spell to see a list of skills or that's it's a mouthful for me. Select skill or spell to see a list of skills or spells a unit can use. This list will show information such as range, power, and elements. Skills or spells that cannot be used after moving are designated by the footprint icon. Let me see. I see that. Okay. Skill spells have stats such as power, accuracy, and MP consume. The power element, the power of a skill or spell depends on the unit's and target's element. Range of a skill or spell, ground sky, accuracy against ground or flying units, arrow down for ineffective, arrow up for effective, staff or guaranteed hit, counter attack, uses skill spell and enemy will counter, arrow up, won't counter with an X. Crowd or shoot. There are a few ways to launch an attack that depends on the classes of the units on the battlefield. Let's learn about the properties of some skills and spells. Cross is a general of Norzalio. His brave feats are rooted in his deep loyalty to the royal family. This hero has protected the kingdom for many years. Grados Paladin class means that he has a lot of physical attacks and strong defensive capabilities. He is best suited for the vanguard on the battlefield. Strong position again. Oh my god, I don't know why I keep suffering from this parallax arrow on his nose. It shouldn't be that obvious. I mean, it should be that obvious, but somehow, for me, it's like, where are you pointing at? Oh my god, again. Jiu's, now it's Jiu. Jiu is the high priestess of Norzaleo Kingdom. Everyone in Runersia has heard of this grand witch. Her class is Saint, which focuses on range healing and magic attacks, making her better suited from the rearguard position. Monsters also have vanguard and rearguard roles like Grados and Jiu. The best troop is one that is well balanced and thus ready for anything. Ah, dang it. It's here. Yes. Hope I'm getting a hand of it. How do you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he has a lens of some sort. Or she has a lens of some sort. Excuse me. When this killer shot, I thought we were gonna get killed or we're gonna kill someone. Or everyone's going to town our center. Centauri, pardon me. Oh, thank god for not aiming with the same guy, because he can't. He fainted because of that hit. Drain doesn't mean he's gonna heal himself, right? Round 2. Also, that guy heals. Wait a minute. Did our unit heal as well? I think so. Units move around. As units move around and gather in one place, effects like zone, ZOC, a zone of control, and enclosure may trigger. Let's see what these effects do. Units ZOC can save for 6 seconds around them. This area affects the unit's mobility. You cannot move through an enemy unit's hex zone of control. Let me see. Okay, I think I understand. This allows a very zero strategy, such as placing units to restrict enemy movement, protecting your rear guard, or keeping units in critical condition a bit of harm's way. This effect is activated when you overlap all 6 seconds of an enemy's unit's ZOC with an ally. When you see a chain icon on space within your movement range, moving a unit will activate enclosure. Enclosed enemies are marked with a chain, and this has an effect on accuracy and physical rates. I think ours might be suffering from it. I think it's enclosed or close to it. Skills and magic can target single units or all units within a given range and have different effects, such as dealing damage, healing, or boosting stats. Grados knows Iron Aura, a skill that boosts his defense. Activate it now in preparation for the upcoming battle. It costs 30 NP. Example, Pegasus Halo spell gun guarantees that an ally's next attack will hit and increase the experience action that gained. This can be good for units with low accuracy such as Cyclops. However, the Pegasus doesn't fare well in direct combat, so place it safely out of reach. In general, Grados' rear guard. I think we can do on anyone, right? Maybe this guy, since he's... Oh, he is a Cyclops, okay. Let's give him another eye so that he can aim properly. Range attacks can hit several units at once. One example is this breath, which can be used by dragons and elementals. Breathe like attacks have different attributes, such as attacking in a straight line or damaging everything in a 1 hex radius. They also cannot be countered, though they will deal damage to all allies as well. Now move the white elemental, select Holy Shot from its skill list, then press the B button to attack. Maybe this. Oh, let's aim like so. Yeah, okay, 3 of them. Magic is the most effective way to target multiple foes. Most magic attacks are guaranteed hit, making them a very reliable option. Magic may target units around the caster or everything around a given point on the map. Some affect all units equally, while others, like Holy Word, will only target enemies. Now let's use the Archangel's Holy Word spell so that you can observe the wide range of incredible power of this spell. Oh my god, he hit everyone. Status conditions can play a large part in turning the tide of the battle. Certain skills, magic, or even regular attacks have a chance of inflicting a status condition. Status conditions include Pain, Poison, Paralyze, Petrify, and Charm. Besides this, Cyclops, Goblin Knight, and enemy Mandrake units on this battlefield can inflict these types of status condition. If your units get inflicted with the status condition, use Magic Medica spell to restore them to normal. Some skills and spells can affect unit stats or status condition. Some like Petrify can only be cured with a cure spell. Status conditions like Petrify and Poison persist from the moment they are cast. Others like Faint, Paralyze recover over a set amount of turns. Got it. Attack with heavy impact. We can't reach this guy, unfortunately. He fainted again. Talk about healing multiple units. Choose area heal, a spell that restores HP of all units within a certain range. Touch almost all of our units, but she healed them equally, which is good. Let's try the Holy Dragon's range attack. Keep in mind, however, that this Dragon's Breath skill and spells can't be used right after unit has moved, so he can't move. Use the action pad to choose the area without allies, then attack with the B button. Okay, so they may injure our ally. Yeah, it's target all, as you can see. Okay, this is a good spot. No, this is a good spot. Oh, that guy fainted all the way and died. Wisdom medal acquired. Range attacks can strike enemies from a distance. Hunter classes and centaur monsters are skilled in these techniques. Range attacks are hard to counter, which makes them a great guarantee some easy damage. However, depending on the unit you target, you may counter with a range attack of their own. High Centaur and Goblin Knight in your troop can use range attack. Try distancing yourself from an enemy, then attack with High Centaur. She will die. You won't. Barely a scratch. Half of your health left. Let's try out the Goblin Knight's range attack. This skill also has a chance of inflicting paralysis on top of dealing damage. This skill can't be used right after unit's move, so select this spare wave from the unit's skill before moving. It's a big range. You missed. Oh, come on, man. I thought it was gonna be a huge... Oh, you're in World of Hurt now. Or maybe not. No, every unit he hit, he faints them. Oh my god, Goblin Knight, come on, your accuracy is so bad. Okay, I see some chains there. Nice, your monsters have also possesses ability. You can view units' abilities from the stats screen. Let's take a look at this ability. Example, Shield Block S reduces damage by 25% when activated, and HP Recover B recovers 3% units max HP every turn. When Knight changes class, they may keep their old abilities or they may be upgraded into more powerful ability. Go ahead and battle on your own for now. You need the same troop can take advantage. It can take action in any order you like. Okay. Let's see. I'm guessing this one will chain them and not me. Oh, I'm not sure why is it in red though. Let's see. So his range is just one hack, so maybe move him like that. Let's reduce your numbers then. Okay, this is the next skill spell of an ally with one will hit. Okay. Then I can see that plant creature is in chains. Excuse me. Let me move you here. Yeah, I think here. Yeah, then we can hit two of them at least. So she can't, Archanger can't do any attacks or divine. Maybe we can do that. Now she has to move. Yeah, at least he can touch this Mandrake. Oh, you're gonna die soon, buddy. No, it can't use it. Not too sure why. He's still not gonna die after that. Oh my god, what's gonna fail? Oh, that might be a first. Additional information regarding controls in battle. Use the left and right bumper buttons to switch between available units. You can also use the D-pads like hex space. All camera controls are now available. If you're having trouble distinguishing between enemies and allies, pressing the left trigger will make your allies stand out. Oh, wait. Okay, so we have 2 enemies left, I think. Should be 3, right? Even that knight guy. You see, they will stand out, but for me it's not that apparent. Oh yeah, 2, correct. Let me just double check. Need to be certain. No, it should be 3. I don't know why I'm looking at actually.
わしの指示に従えば負けはせぬぞ。磨き上げた技じゃ。
Okay, let's get rid of this guy then. No, can't reach, so you have to move first. There's the only one left. Come on, Goblin. Don't let me down. Oh, finally. Nope, slightly out of position. Oh my god, still out of position. Alright, never mind. Oh, maybe some attacks can't be carried out because of their MP. Okay, okay. I have not been paying attention to that. Killing. Nicely done. Oh, hang on a second. Think carefully about the strategy that works best for the situation, such as defeating a knight, or so that the monster troops are forced to retreat. Rewards await after successful battle, and all units left standing on the battlefield will also gain EXP. If there are enemy monsters on the map that didn't manage to flee in time, you capture them and edit. Oh, that's neat. Good work completing all that in this tutorial. Try to focus on combat strategy next, so explain quest. Believe we've done halfway through the tutorial for sure. This tutorial will explain the controls while you play the game. In this tutorial you'll learn about quests as they are a great way to level up your knights and monsters. First, select quests from the base menu. There are two categories of quests: exploration quests for obtaining items or monsters, or training quests for earning XP. Exploration quests acquire items, equipment, or monsters on these quests. Success and drop rates will vary depending on the dispatched knight's level and class. Training quests acquire EXP for the knights and monsters in the dispatched troop. Quests are divided into exploration and training categories. Choose one of the troop stationed at your base and select dispatch. Select the destination from the list on the right to view available exploration quest locations. Depending on your current base, different quests with different rewards may be available. Destination with higher outlook have a better chance of yielding rare rewards. The flashing Rune Knight icon indicates that there's a Rune Knight located here. You may be able to recruit them if you encounter them on a quest. Sweet. Try dispatching a troop on exploration quest. You can't dispatch the ruler Rubino on exploration quest. Select a troop with the B button, choose the location from the available destination and press B button again to confirm. Quest outlook will change depending on your knight's level and class, and the higher the outlook, the better rewards your knight can find during the quest. Dispatch Ariana to Tilam Valley. Tilam in Malay, that's mattress. So let's send her to Mattress Valley. Sounds like a comfortable place. You now dispatch one of your knights to Tilam Valley. Brandon has a good compatibility with Plains of Delta. Try dispatching him there. The last troop on this list is a low level, so it's best to send troops like this on training quests to help them get stronger. Training quests let knights and monsters that gain experience in a safe environment. Quests like these are ideal for monsters that you've only recently summoned, as these monsters may not be battle ready yet. Let's give it a try. Select Pig's troop and send them to the training grounds. So her name is Pig, huh? All your troops are now dispatched until the end of the current season. There are a few other things you should be aware of when it comes to dispatching troops on quests. Troops who are on quest will be absent from their base during the attack phase. This means they will be unable to fend off enemy attacks or invade enemy bases. Press the A button twice to return to the main menu and advance the season to view the results of the quest. Hang on a second again. Press the A button twice to return to the main menu and advance the season to view the results of the quest. Press the view button to end the organization phase and the attack phase. It will also conclude one season. Got a Holy Thunder Bow. I think it's rated 2-star, equivalent class Centaur. I'm not too sure what's that. Probably Ranger. Got Ice Helm, 2-star. The results screen shows the rewards acquired this season. These may include items or equipment, all of which have their own rarity from 1-star to 3-star. Monsters may also be recruited to join your forces at the end of the quest. Excellent. Training quests will display experience gained instead of items, and Rune Knights or monsters that gain the necessary XP will immediately leveled up. Aren't you cutie, huh, Imran? Friend! Cute as well, but name even more cuter. A new knight has been recruited. When you come to Rune Knight during the quest, they will be recruited as a new knight. Knights are essential for expanding and defending your territory. Take advantage of quests with Rune Knight icon to be proactive in dispatching troops for this quest.
申します。
Shufen.
この
My name
命
is
を落と
Shufen.
して皆さんをお救いします。
I will gladly risk my life to save everyone else's. Good work completing all objectives this quest. Class up your knights and monsters. Let's go. Whenever there's a voice acting there, I'm gonna probably keep my mouth shut and let it go. May I let it play out, then only then I will read the dialogue for it. How to change units class? First, select class from the menu. How can we change class? Each unit has a class, their job or species. Gain XP through battles or quests to raise unit's level. If your unit is a knight, their proficiency's tier will also increase. Units can change classes after fulfilling conditions such as reaching a certain level or proficiency tier, raising certain stats, or obtaining a specific item. There are 6 proficiency tiers. A unit's proficiency tier increases by 1 for each level a unit gains. Reaching 5 tier, which will master it, will allow a unit to carry over certain spells and abilities when changing their class. Spells and abilities can be carried over. I have a monster icon that will change color once the unit reaches the proficiency tier. Select the unit on the class screen to see their current class and hierarchy of future classes. Fighter type. Classes cannot be reverted to a lower class in the same class type. Okay, so once you're at knight, you can go back to fighter since that's of a lower ranking. Changing to a new type will allow you to start from the lowest class in that type. Units returning to a class type will continue from whatever their tier was before changing classes. Some class types split into 2 paths. In this case, you can only choose one path. You cannot change to a class that is lower of your current class. Okay. You cannot change the class to its current class. Okay. The up icon indicates that you can change your class. Select Paladin as your new class and press confirm. Lock icon is displayed if you are unable to change class. With the conditions, you still need to meet grayed out. In this case, your proficiency is insufficient. Next, we'll try changing a Rune Knight's class. Select Chiseler to begin. When the knight upgrades to a new class, they can carry over their current proficiencies. Changing to a different class type may require that certain conditions be met first. Some classes have different progression paths for male and female units. Let's take a look at how to change to a different class type. Select Mage type from the list above. We can compare different classes stats before making a change. In this case, the current class Knight is on the left and the new class Mage on the right. Stats that are higher than your current class will be displayed in green, while lower stats will be displayed in red. Press the right bumper twice to switch to the Magic tab. This screen shows the different magic techniques each class can learn. Note the heal skill in blue has a master icon next to it. Skills like this, which have reached their maximum proficiency, can be carried over to a new class. Skills that haven't been mastered yet will be grayed out to show they cannot be carried over. Proficiency is a stat exclusive to knights and increased by 1 every time they level up. Skill is mastered once it reaches a proficiency tier of 5. Mastered abilities and magic can be carried over to a new class when changing classes. Use this to advantage and make your knights more powerful than ever. Now try changing the unit's class to Mage. The unit's class has now changed. To change to a new class type is a great way to acquire new skills to make your troops more versatile. Be aware that once you have upgraded to a new class, you cannot return to lower ranking versions of the same class. Monsters can also change their class. Press A button twice to turn to the troop screen. Monsters capable of changing class will have up displayed on their icon. So Imran, if I'm correct, can upgrade. Most monsters will gain access to new class after reaching a certain level. Others may require specific items to unlock their new classes. Let's take a look at how to change a monster's unit class. Select the Imp to begin. Imran, I like the name. The process is largely the same for monsters. For knights, select the Gremlin class to change into it. So Gremlin changes its color. Monsters can only upgrade to new versions of their current class. Like with knights, you can compare stats first with the current class displayed on the left and the new class on the right. Changing to a higher class means better stats and combat power, however more XP will require to reach the next level. Changing classes can also increase the monster's magic cost and upkeep mana, so keep an eye on your rune power and mana reserve. Now press the right bumper to view the monster's magic. Changing from Imp to Gremlin will give this unit access to new spells. Different monsters learn different spells and abilities to experiment and bring out your monster's best qualities. React is one of the Gremlin's best skills. It can give a unit 2 actions on the same turn. Now try changing their monster's class. Still cute. Changing unit's class is a great and exciting to see the unit in the results of your troops training and how it works throughout many battles. This concludes the final tutorial. All the tutorials can be replayed at any time. Feel free to go through them again if you need a refresher on this information. Sweet! Nicely done. Oops, what did I press? Okay, so it took us 1 hour to go through the tutorial. At least we have a fairly good idea of how the game will play. Before we carry on, let's start a main mode. I think that brings us to the end for this episode for IndieTention, but not the live stream itself. So let me just recap the game. It's called Brigandine, The Legend of Runersia. Came out onto Steam on 11 May 2022, developed by Happinet and Matrix, turn-based strategy tactics game. Let me provide you the the link to the Steam store page, like so, and also fetch for you for the price for each region. Starting off with Euro right now. Let's see. Okay, it's on 50% off until 18th May 2022. So the prices I'll be giving you is after the 15% discount. For Euro, it's 28.89 euros, 33.99 US dollars, 26.34 pounds, 48.40 Australian dollars, and lastly $28.90 for Singapore. So that's it. That brings us to the end of the episode of Brigandine, The Legend of Runersia for this episode of IndieTention. As always, my name is Kaizer. For more episodes of Brigandine, The Legend of Runersia and IndieTention, you know where to find it on the channel. Until the next time, you guys take care. Peace out.